The first time I had acknowledged my ancestors and understanding who they were, just something about me felt different personally. It was like it was a spiritual uplift just to know that you had a comfort, there. I mean, my shrine is this is my shrine. This is a place of homage. Every day I give respect to everyone that's on my shrine. You see certain things that are around my shrine, the beer, the snuff, the candy, the cola, and different things. That's because each one of my ancestors, something up here is what they enjoyed while they were present with us. So therefore, I give them something for a resemblance of what they enjoy. It's just to keep a connection with my ancestors, let them know that, you know what, I know you're here with me. Because you have to remember, if you don't understand the past, there is no future.
And what we all have to understand is that, just as though I wasn't born in Africa, somewhere along the line, that's where I came from. First bones, first remains of a woman were found in Africa. That has the DNA that goes to everyone in the whole world, whether they're Chinese, white, European, Hispanic, everybody's connected. We need to all go back to our source. We need to all go back to our foundation and our roots, because basically right now we're like a tree. We're up above the ground, we have branches that are long, we're all branched out, but ultimately we all have the same roots. We all are embedded. Everything that is in Africa is embedded in each and every one of us, whether we choose to believe it, whether we choose to acknowledge it. There's too many people in the world that look down on Africa, and they don't realize that by looking down on Africa, they're looking down on themselves. The very cradle of civilization is in Africa, not here in the United States. A tree without roots is dead, and basically a tree without roots is just going to fall over, and there is nothing to sustain and hold it up. Right now, our society is a tree without roots. We have no roots. We have no foundation. Just like in our home, and it goes back to the very concept and the very thought of the ancestors, is that without the ancestors, without us, and we can put it into the words that our ancestors are our roots. Whether or not it's a generation that we've met, they'll come back. They will come back through us. But that is our roots, and we are the tree that is standing up. If it was not for them, we wouldn't be where we're at now. But every now and then, if you tend to forget about your roots and you tend to forget about what needs to be taken care of, those roots then turn away from you, and then all of a sudden everything becomes rotten, and basically you'll just fall over and you'll crumble and you will be no more.
Yes, I was strung up, crucified. I was possessed by a demon, just like the little exorcist. The Antichrist beast 666 is here. He was born of a jackal, devil, but now guess what? I'm sackcloth. And now the Lord is telling me that I'm not born of a woman either, but I'm saved because I gave birth. Feel that. What you say about that? I died walking down Stockton Boulevard, and he brought me back to life. See, the Bible ain't been fulfilled, because in church, all the churches, them holy folks didn't take me in, including the pastor. But now the people on the street, the ones that I was taught to look down on and think is nothing, that's who showed me the love of God.
You feel me? Don't be scared and don't shine it off. You feel me? Don't shine it off. Cause the hood need help, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Everybody out here, man, needs some kind of way, expressing themselves and getting on with their life, man, because it ain't just all about, you know what I mean, just trying to grind and making, you know what I mean, you ain't gonna make $1 million grinding. You supposed to grind, you know what I mean, to feed your family, you know what I mean, you ain't supposed to grind and get high, weed, kick it.
I met this guy and he was telling me that I need to acknowledge my ancestors, and he was trying to teach me about it, but I just kind of brushed it off my shoulder, and I really wasn't paying attention to it until I've been looking for a job for a really long time, like a year, and so I did everything that he told me to do, give them water, pray to them pretty much every day for a week straight, and I did that, and then I landed a job right when I needed to find a job, and just by me acknowledging my ancestors, I was glad.
We as black people have never been taught the importance of honoring our ancestors. We've always been taught sort of to be afraid of anything that's dead. You know, we were taught spooky, ooh, graveyard, ooh, spooks, you know, scared us from doing that. But my first introduction to honoring the ancestors came through Buddhism, and at the end of the fifth prayer, there's a prayer where you honor your ancestors.
And I was thuggish and ruggish, man. 17 years old, I was jumped onto the game. 12, 13 years old, I was gang banging, packing straps, and toting nickel dimes on the corner and pulling drive-bys at 13. I was, and neighborhood is in my family. My family came down from LA, Watts, Grape Street, gangsters, Crips and Bloods all over the place. We came down here. I lost 2 of my uncles at an early age to shootings. My uncle was 7 times in the back and 5 times in the chest. And my uncle got his head. It's in on my mom's side. My dad had some gang issues too. He had Mexican brown berets. You know what I mean? And Vatos. So I mean, but today what I'm saying is I came out of that. And by the 17 and 18, I was on my way to Africa, man. My life has been. It's just a trip, man. I try not to dwell on it too much because I don't like dwelling on negative things, right? Even though it's been transformed into positive, I don't want to reflect on all the bad things that I used to do. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors and the research have been there for me all along the way, man. I could remember a time, matter of fact, too, right before. I mean, it's too obvious. It's been too obvious to me. You know what I'm saying? That okay. The ancestors have just made themselves too obvious. Like there's no way to just dispute, what they're bringing to the table. We'll, using the tools that are available to us, we'll come